kind of product does that have? Is that a natural
Polyethylene. Some bad shit there.
Oh, man.
Mega disaster strikes. The sleepy town of Port Nietzsche. Agenda 2030 continues. And it looks like World War III out there, and the worst is yet to come with this death cloud that's emanating from the TPC facility. And while it may look innocent enough at a distance, this cloud is pure death. It's a death cloud, and it's hanging real low. The fallout is everywhere. And the entire town of Port Nietzsche has been ordered to evacuate. How many people will be contaminated? What about the livestock? What about the crop? What about the rivers, the basin, the entire area, the wetlands? I mean, this is a pretty sensitive part of Texas. You've got a huge national park right next door. Everybody's going to be affected, and this stuff is going to blow downwind for hundreds of miles, contaminating everything in its path, like Fukushima. And of course, they'll tell you everything is okay, go back to shopping, because that's what the television is there for, to control you. And it looks like they live on the television. It gets worse and
What kind
worse.
of product does that have? Is that a natural gas?
Polyethylene.
Look
Bad
at
shit
that
there.
explosion.
Oh, man.
It's incredible. But it keeps getting worse and worse out there. The entire planet is being poisoned. We're basically in a gas chamber right now. It's filling up with all sorts of toxic chemicals. And people are blissfully unaware as they watch television, play video games, surf the internet. And that's not the only thing going wrong these days. Of course, the eugenics programs continue. The death towers continue. The vaccines continue. The pesticides continue. Every day we discuss these issues. We try to peg it to a different story. Every day we try and talk about the big picture, ladies and gentlemen. What is the big picture? It's the Georgia Guidestones. It's the pedo wood. It's the skull and bones. It's 9/11. It's everything that you've been talking about for the last 20 years, but now somehow the television has got you. It's got you again. And you're sure that this time it's different. This time it's gonna change. The future is looking mighty grim out there, and the problem isn't just the evildoers. It's the complacent sheeple out there that do nothing to stop the slaughter. And it's like you're just cows grazing in the pasture, waiting for the slaughterhouse. Moo cows. These death towers are everywhere. They're mandating vaccines like never before. There's pretty much no such thing as natural food anymore. The water is spiked.
What kind of product does that have? Is that a natural gas?
Polyethylene.
That is some crazy shit. They're gassing you, spraying you like bugs. And the question is, what can be done? Citizens are taking action. They're going to city council. They're stopping the death towers. They're talking about the fluoride. Your town could be a safe town too if you went out and did something. But what can we do, ladies and gentlemen? I think that it's important to look at the chessboard, see the situation for what it is. The RoboCops are coming. The Terminators are coming. The Matrix is coming. These death towers are getting closer. They're gassing you everywhere. There's no escape, really. They're accelerating the eugenics programs. Cancer clusters everywhere. They're suppressing the information. Free speech has been banned. The Antifa brown shirts are out to get you. It's looking more and more like Stasi USA than ever before. And, you know, this time it's really taken hold. People are saluting the television, idolizing the politicians. A very dangerous situation, to say the least. And it's important to realize that the eugenics programs are only part of the story. You know they're out to get you. That isn't the question. The reason is why. Why are these people out to get you? They are pure evil. Simple as that. Evil is as evil does. Simple as that. And in fact, these people aren't just Democrats or Democrats. They're agents for the devil. They've sold their souls. They're just pretending to be asleep. You know, you're trying to wake people up that aren't sleeping. They're just pretending to be asleep. It makes it more fun that way. It's save who you can out there. And not everybody is going to get saved. Other than that, it's pretty clear that, for the most part, as far as the government is concerned, we're on our own. They're not coming to save us. These people are not coming to save you from the death towers. They're not going to save you from Hillary, from the deep state. They're not saving you from the vaccines or from the Common Core. They're certainly not saving you from what happened after 9/11. How many of you can remember the pre-9/11 world? Any of you? Bueller? Anybody out there? Many of you never knew the free world. Many of you never knew the America you came from. But they're intent to turn it into hell on earth because they're demons from hell. Demonically possessed. It's they live. It's their body snatched. It's you're fucked unless you get out there and be somebody. Be a superhero in your community. Start networking. Start making new friends. You know, start little protests, silent protests in front of the Verizon store or at city council. Meet new people. And all of a sudden, you know, you'll have a network in your town. Easy as that. Make some flyers. Push back against the dark side. They want to ban the Bible. California looks like hell on earth.
What kind of product does that have? Is that a natural gas?
And it's spreading.
Polyethylene.
Bad shit.
Bad shit there.
Oh man. It's getting carried across the river.
Getting the cooties just looking at it. And you know, you see these death clouds just rolling through the cities, and it's bad news. You know, people were just sitting around huffing that stuff for at least 24 hours. Now the entire city has been evacuated. They did, you know, set up an exclusion zone, which was about half a mile. But now the entire city is evacuated, and neighboring cities are starting to evacuate. Where, oh where will this death cloud land is anybody's guess. But many, you know, farms and rivers and things of that nature are going to get hit. And inevitably, people are going to eat that as well. And so, you know, you've studied the food chain. You know how this works. Of course, when, you know, the clusters appear later, they won't remember this story. They'll run some sort of exam, test, study, and they'll be like, we didn't find anything. The problem with these eugenics programs is they're ticking time bombs. It's not like lining people up on the street. It's not like bringing people to the gas chamber. It's like bringing the gas chamber to the people. And it's a bigger gas chamber, you know, it works a little differently. The dynamics are a bit different, but they gas you day and night. They spray you day and night. They irradiate you day and night, without mercy, without pity, non-stop. And while you're busy watching the television, they're raping little kids. And while you're sleeping, they're gassing you. And while you listen to them, they lie to you. And whenever they can, they rip you off. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the system we live in. And it's only that way because people aren't organizing properly against it. And this is why, you know, they've censored everybody. They don't want people organizing in a way that might actually change things. Instead, we're all supposed to just watch the television and repeat. You know what I mean? Wake up, watch the television, repeat. That's what you're supposed to do in this matrix. If you don't, you're red flagged, you're persecuted, you're an enemy of the state, you're a terrorist, you know, whatever word they need to use, they'll use it. And with technology, there'll be, you know, no escaping. Pinpoint accuracy. You know, you're geotagged 24/7 with your phone, with your voice, with your face. How do you want to escape the system? It's only gonna get worse with, you know, night vision, drones, and, you know, the like, nanotechnology. They're gonna jack you into the matrix. There's gonna be no escape. It's gonna be like the world's worst horror movie, and everybody's gonna, you know, partake it. You know, it's gonna be the best IMAX you ever seen. There's gonna be Terminators and shit everywhere. And crazy fuckers like Zuckerberg, you know, half human, half, you know, cyborg, running around trying to, you know, jack you into the matrix. They want your soul. They want everything. They want it all. That's just the nature of this evil that we're up against. There is no bargaining with it. There's no selling out to it. It just makes it easier for them. Ladies and gentlemen. You know. Everyone is concerned. And it might as well be an invasion from another world, because literally what's going on right now on this planet is mass extermination. It's terraforming. It's genocide, ecocide, you name it. It's nonstop. And this, you know, explosion at TPC is just another example of that. It's another oil spill. It's another explosion, another accident, you know, another whatever. And I think people should wake up and smell the tyranny out there. There's nothing random about the evil that's going on out there. Evil is as evil does. It's as simple as that. You can tell them by their fruits. And there's a reason why they want to ban the Bible, because these people are literally from hell. And they're putting up death towers everywhere. And anytime they can spray you, gas you, expose you, irradiate you, that's exactly what they're going to do. You know, they'll mandate it. They'll call it a vaccine. They'll say you need it. They'll say it's for society. But, you know, those heavy metals inside you react to these death towers. And, you know, your bones made of calcium, a metal, you know, resonates like the way people used to listen to the radio with their fillings or braces and stuff. It's called, you know, a parasitic element. The bones in your body are parasitic elements in this EMF battlefield. It's crazy, but true. Death towers. Avoid them where you can. Get a meter while you can. Any case, we'll leave it there for this broadcast. It's important that you understand it's good versus evil out there. These people are cult members, and they've been brainwashing you since you were a child. The Santa Claus, trying to replace what the season's about. Santa's an anagram for the devil, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, they sell you devolution in schools. And that was, proven wrong years ago. Check out the law of biogenesis. Life can only come from life. It's that chicken and the egg problem. And they've got it, and they're trying to cover it up with the devolution at schools. And when they're not, brainwashing you, mind fucking you, they're trying to groom you and rape you. That's the school system in the USA these days. Welcome to it. Either accept it or push back against it. And, of course, this beast system will mandate evil as good. They'll call it good. They'll call what they're doing to your kids wonderful. And anybody that opposes their way is a hater and is going to prison. Watch out for these people. They're the sociopaths. They'll stop at nothing, ladies and gentlemen. And we're certainly not just dealing with the human element out there. Check out that law of biogenesis. Check out the documentary Unlocking the Mysteries of Life. You want to know what's really going on? Check that out. That'll bring you straight to the Bible. Guaranteed. Till the next time, if you're listening to this, you are the resistance.